As misinformation spreads faster and reaches wider audiences, global communication leaders are preparing to gather in Abuja to examine how public relations can rebuild trust and strengthen societies. Ahead of the World Public Relations Forum Wprf 2026, the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations (Nipr) said the November event would bring communication professionals, policymakers and other stakeholders together to develop an Abuja Declaration on Responsible Communication. Nipr President, Dr. Ike Neliaku, urged diplomatic missions in Abuja to mobilize participation from their respective countries, saying the forum would focus on communication's role in trust building, peace, governance and development.
Why are we having this briefing? Why is this important to us? It is important to us because the diplomatic community in Nigeria is part of the public relations stakeholders. You are diplomats, and part of your engagements essentially is international relations. And we are in the business of building, managing, sustaining relationships. And that's why we felt that we should start by giving you this formal brief. Secondly, this important community represents most of the countries attending World Public Relations Forum in Abuja this November. Thirdly, we felt that we need to give you the relevant information that you require so that you can help us to properly respond to your citizens who may want to make inquiries about what World Public Relations Forum is all about. Your Excellencies, this is a Nigerian project. It is far beyond the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. Ours, as the professional body, was to bid for the hosting right. And having won the hosting right for 2026, it becomes a national project. This is the way Global Alliance has packaged arrangements for World Public Relations Forum. So it is in our strategic interest to seek your support to help us in hosting a very successful World Public Relations Forum. We also want to use this opportunity to invite you to come and be with us throughout the event. There are 3 hosting partners. First is Global Alliance for Public Relations and Communication Management. Global Alliance is the platform for public relations and communication professionals across the world. They have 126 member countries that are subscribed and affiliated to Global Alliance. So this is usually the time when we all congregate. The second partner is the African Public Relations Association, which is the umbrella body for public relations practitioners in Africa. It was at the last program in Mombasa that Nigeria was given the right to host the 37th Conference of African Public Relations Conference alongside the World Public Relations Forum. So in other words, we are having 2 in 1. The third is the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, that is today the host national association. Why is Wprf Abuja unique? What makes this unique? First is that we have put together 1 week of great experience, great learning, great knowledge sharing, great networking, covering all aspects of public relations and communication, as well as governance and leadership. So from the 15th of November to 21st, it will be a season of festival of communication and public relations. So to add to what my colleague has said in terms of what we are asking for, we are asking you to be part of this great history. Since Mexico 78, when we had the World Public Relations Assembly in Mexico in 1978, there has never been anything close to what Nigeria is putting together. It was in Mexico 78 that we came up with a statement that is now regarded in our profession as the Mexico Statement. That's when we formed the industry-wide definition of public relations. And we listed 6 things that public relations is supposed to do. Today, a lot of things have happened since Mexico 1978. And this is why the leaders, global icons of public relations, decided that we now need to revisit Mexico in Abuja to come up with what we now become Abuja Declaration. It is here that we are now going to set agenda for the next decades of the relevance of our profession to governance, to peace building, to conflict resolution, to managing issues. And this is why it is very important. We want you to be part of this history. This is once in a lifetime engagement. And for those of you who have the opportunity to be part of this, we will really, really be delighted.
Why is responsible communication important? Communication drives development and peace. It shapes public understanding, trust, social cohesion, and collective action. The Wprf, which is the World Public Relations Forum, is a global platform established by the Global Alliance for Public Relations and Communications Management, and is convened every 2 years to address emerging communication challenges. The theme for 2026 Wprf is Responsible Communication, the Voice of the World. The theme is timely amid the proliferation of misinformation, disinformation, hate speech, and other forms of harmful communication. We need to harness communication to promote truth, trust, understanding, inclusion, and peace, rather than hatred, division, and harm. The ambition of Wprf 2026 is to make communication a stronger force for peace, for development, and global understanding.
The week-long gathering will attract diplomats, policymakers, business leaders, academics, young people and communication professionals, with President Bola Tinubu as chief host and Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema as presidential keynote speaker.